Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another tutorial for you, this time on how to improve your YouTube channel by using closed captioning for the hearing impaired, so stick around. In trying to improve my own channel, one of the things that I learned recently through the YouTube Creators Academy is the importance of having closed captioning. So basically, if you're not sure what that is, it's when you're watching a video and you hit the CC button at the bottom of the video, it'll turn on the closed captioning. And if that video had closed captioning created for it, then it will show the text as you're talking at the bottom of the screen. So you should see that even on this video that you're watching. If you turn on closed caption, you'll see the words as I am saying them. So also what's mentioned in the Creators Academy is that they tell you how it's not just for the hearing impaired and deaf people, but also people that are learning English as a second language. And there's a couple other things now I can't think off the top of my head, but it would help with them being able to understand your video, what you're saying. Oh, one of them is also if you're listening to a video or watching a video in a place where you can't have the volume turned on, then you can still watch the video and see the text written on the screen through the closed captioning versus having the volume turned on. So that's one of the things that you'll find is going to help improve your viewership by having this feature turned on, because some people may do a search. If you look at when we do a search for something on YouTube, I'm going to just go in here on my screen and let's see here, we're going to look for computer repair and I'm going to hit search. And so we got a bunch of options here, but there's a filter button here. So if you go to filter, you might go down and say, I only want to see videos that have subtitles and closed captioning. So that's going to narrow it down. You'll see it says subtitles beside here. So we know that these videos are ones that have closed captioning set up for them. So it's really filtering out those other ones, so we're not going to see those videos that don't have the closed captioning turned on. Now, to show you how do you actually do this. One of the things that prompted me to make this video is because in the YouTube Creators Academy, they may not have updated that video because the instructions that they provide are for an older version of the Creator Studio. So we need to do it slightly differently. So I'm going to show you here. So when you're logged in, click on your logo for your account and go to YouTube Studio. Then over on the left side there's videos. From here you would find a video that you want to edit. Now I know most of mine are already done because it's been turned on by default, so I'm going to find one here that is not done yet, and I know this one isn't here. So in this view of the new YouTube Studio, Creator Studio, I gotta check the name. In the YouTube Studio here, we want to go to the details button here. And from here, click on more options. And then you'll see here, now it's kind of jumped me down a bit already, but we got a few bits of information here. And then if you scroll down a bit, original video language subtitles in CC. Now one of the things it tells you here is the subtitles CC, select a video language, then upload the subtitles in CC. So we can't do anything with this until we select a language so it knows how to convert it. So we'll click in here for the video language and select our language. Now that I've got the language, it automatically selected to use English by YouTube for CC automatically. So now what it's doing, I guess once I hit save, I would have to go up here and click save. So what it's doing now is it's automatically looking at the video, figuring out the text or audio to text, and it's translating it to its best of its ability, and it's going to add CC to this video. Now what you're going to want to do is review this, which I'm going through all of my videos now and reviewing them, because previously I didn't have this on by default. It didn't have a language, so it wasn't doing closed captioning at all. But for the last, I don't know how many videos, I've had it turned on, so it would create closed captioning, which I didn't know that was part of what it does when you select the language. But it is just, it's wrong on a lot of it, so I'm having to go through and edit it, which is not too bad. At least it's got a lot of the information in there. So what you want to do is, when you're in this view, and I don't know if it's going to be available right away, but you click the three dots and hit Edit on Classic Studio. So it takes you into the Classic Studio, and I don't know by the time you're watching this if it's going to still be this way or not. But we can see here my video here, and it's got it looks like it's done doing this here. If we scroll across, it shows all the way to the end, and there's that thanks again for watching, don't forget to subscribe. All right, and it's actually showing the text, how it's going to appear on the video here as well while I go through this. And there's going to be mistakes because it's a robot. It's not going to be perfect, and depending on how well you speak, if your English is very clear and crisp the way you speak, then it's going to edit it properly. But if you slur your words, or you've got background music or something, like I've had in a couple of my videos, that I don't know how it came up with some of the words that it figured out is completely wrong. It's just hilarious, some of it. Anyway, you need to check this out, because if the closed captioning is turned on and is doing it for you, and someone turns on closed captioning to watch your video and the words don't make sense, that's going to be a little bit embarrassing. So yeah, for me it's a little bit embarrassing already that I've had it turned on with some of them I've seen for as long as they have been there, and I never knew to even go and look at them. So what you would do is, you can view it here. If you're scrolling along, you can see the text as you go, and you can change the duration for them. If you're let's see here, you have to go to edit first of all, and once it's in edit mode, when you hover down here, you can see it highlights so that you can actually grab this and move the bar to say how long is that text going to stay on the screen for, so you can really line it up with your words. So this can be very time consuming, and having to play through it and see if it lines up properly, but it may be a good investment of time to make sure you have a quality video with the CC lined up properly. But probably more important than that is making sure that the text got translated properly. So you want to look at this and make sure that the words make sense, and even play back your video and just listen to what you're saying and follow along, and pause the video as you need to and make the changes, so that way you can make sure no words are missing or added that shouldn't be there. The other thing here is, if you want to combine or separate the some of the boxes, if you click on any one of these here and add something to the top, I'll just put in test and hit the plus sign, it adds it in a separate container just above that, and it makes room for it there. And if you want to take something out, you can just hit the X beside that and it removes it. And of course, making some separate, or adding combining two if they're short, you can just grab part of the text here, cut that out of there, paste it in here and add that. So now it's got that one as its own separate caption that comes up before the next one. So we've now separated them. If you want to undo that, of course, just grab that, cut it, paste it back over here, and now we can delete that empty one. So it's pretty easy to work with here, just adding the content, reviewing it, resizing them to change the duration of how long the text shows up and where it shows up. And don't forget to publish your edits after you're done. So then it all goes gray, so it's not editable after, and the subtitles have been published, so it is done now. So you can close out of that tab and you're back to your main dashboard for the new Creator Studio. That's basically it for the closed captioning, which will hopefully help you with your rankings quite a bit. There is something else here with subtitles that if you wanted to click into there, you can look at other languages. So you can actually go in here, add other languages, and you can ask your community to help you with translations for this video. So right now for this one, community contributions is turned off. If I click in there, I can turn that on, and the community will then actually be able to make suggestions for the video to say translating it to another language. So I could go in here to add a language, and let's say I want to add French, Canadian French. So we'll have that option of French going in there, and we'll have the community that can make suggestions and try and convert this for us. So that is it for this tutorial, and I hope you guys found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell to be notified every time we come out with a new video, and especially if we're doing another live stream. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.